What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. As always, if you guys are enjoying this series, make sure you leave a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. Today, we're going to be continuing on with our next story order. You guys can see we are now level 14. So I did one car off camera to gain us an additional level, and of course, we now have a couple of skill points at our disposal. So we have 4 available. Again, I mentioned this in the last episode. I don't really care about these lesser tier ones down here. I think I want to just pay attention to these top tier ones. So I'm really feeling strong arms, so I think that's the one we're going to go with. We're going to make this quick and easy. And with that done, we can now move on to our story order for the day. So just keep in mind, you guys, we are now level 14, so the next level is going to be 15. And at that point, we're finally going to be able to go to the car auctions. This isn't really going to unlock that many new opportunities for us, but it is going to be a new thing that we can check out, so that's always going to be cool. But back to the story order. All right, we have a 1983 Toyota Sprinter Trueno Velen. I don't even know if that's accurate. I'm pretty sure most people refer to these as a Toyota 86 or a Toyota AE86, kind of a popular car in the drift world anyways. This one says, "Hi, I'm Anna Sharkey. I'm a professional driver." Nice. I got my nickname from the aggressive driving style that I represent. As you may have guessed, the costs are irrelevant to me. Must be nice, okay? At least when it comes to motorsport. The mechanic from my team was overwhelmed by the work when he took leave overnight, but the cars won't prepare themselves. Today I'm coming to you with my private gem. Dude, what is with people and calling their cars gems? I've never heard that until this game. I bought it some time ago as a sentimental piece. I'm a fan of Asian action films. This Sakura Takumi, that must be the lore-friendly, the in-game name for this vehicle, is a synonym of a Japanese classic to me. It's a quite rare example, but it's been through enough. I saved it from a junkyard. Now you have to restore it to working condition. For now, if I manage to return it on 4 wheels, I'll be satisfied. Then I'll figure out what to do with it. Thanks and see you. Repair or replace body panels, easy. Change the oil, and then other tasks. Alrighty, let's take her on, dude. Toyota AE86. Very, very cool vehicle. It is not black and white as I was expecting based on that image, and it is in much worse condition than she or they led us to believe. So first, we're gonna get this moved over to the car wash. You guys kind of know the drill by now. We get her cleaned up, nice and polished first, and then we come through and do all the remaining stuff. But let's see what color this actually is. So it's sort of like a darker blue, kind of a royal blue almost. I like that. It's no classic, black and white 86, but it'll work. It'll work. Got the interior and the exterior cleaned up, so we're going to move this straight away to car lifter A. We're going to see what this thing is all about. I did actually recently figure out that if we bring a vehicle in that's right-hand drive, this one's left-hand drive, then it'll actually pop us out over here when we send the vehicle to the car lifter rather than the opposite side. So I almost like those vehicles more because then we don't have to walk around to come to the access panel or lift controls. But we're gonna put this thing up in the air right quick, and then we'll check the car status, see what this thing actually needs here. Okay, it is a lot. Only 3 parts that need to be discovered out of this first section there, so that's not too bad. Body panels, pretty much everything on the car, it looks like. Oil change, other tasks. What do we got in here? Anything crazy? Brake fluid, cooling fluid, coolant, more commonly referred to as coolant. I gotta stop saying that. Power steering fluid, washer fluid, and then headlamp alignment. Now that we have the test path, we can of course do that, no sweat. But let's start actually with the body panels. I want to make sure that we're not replacing things that they don't want us to replace. So I'm just going to go part by part down this list, make sure we purchase everything from the store. We'll get it all thrown on the vehicle. All right, I managed to get everything purchased. Now, I don't really know what we're supposed to do about the front fender and like this door here, because those weren't on the parts list of parts that they wanted replaced. Additionally, this vehicle also utilizes like the parts B, like a hood B, for example. That's like from the tuning shop place. So if we go back to the store here, we have the standard body workstation, then we also have the body tuning shop, and that's where we get to find the more aftermarket looking body panels and stuff. This vehicle actually required quite a few of those, so now that we have that all done, I think we can start piecing this thing together. I just don't know what we're supposed to do about these existing body panels, because it didn't say anything about repairing them. We don't even have the means to do that right now. I'm gonna do this person a solid, okay? I really am. We're gonna get the welder out. We're gonna move it over to the car lifter A, and then we're gonna go ahead and use it. I know it's gonna be kind of expensive, and hopefully they're okay with this, but I just think this vehicle's gonna look a lot better with some rust repair. So now we can see the trunk is pretty rusty, the door, the fender, things we already knew about, but the body, the overall body condition is going to be pretty much saved now that we've, I guess, de-rusted it with a welder somehow. Now we can go through and get all these additional body panels installed, all the stuff that it was missing beforehand, and then we'll see if it wants us to do anything about the existing rusty panels. I don't know what we're supposed to do about those. There we go, looking quite a bit better. However, I kind of forgot to buy the license plates. So we're gonna go ahead and do that really quick, and then I'm gonna throw them on without actually applying any text to them. We'll see what they end up saying. Right now, it's supposed to be 70 FUD LVR. FUD lover? FUD lover? I just spent about 5 minutes looking at this license plate, trying to figure it out, and I can't. So if you guys can, let me know down in the comments. I'm kind of curious on what this one actually means. But we're gonna go into the license plate shop really quick, and then we're just gonna get the standard plate. That should be right here. Perfect. We're gonna get 2 of these bad boys. Again, no text on them whatsoever. We're gonna see what happens when we throw these things on. So let's see. Totally different. Completely different text on that, but that's okay. I don't think they're gonna mind too much. All right, with that done, let's check the car status one mo again. Now everything has been replaced, so I guess they don't want us to do anything with the trunk or the door or the fenders on either side, so we'll just leave those as they are, I guess? I don't know if I can do that, dude. I don't know if I can just send this thing off looking like it does. Go ahead and pop the hood. We'll take a peek at the engine, see what all this thing needs. Dude, it needs a lot. It needs a lot. But if we take a look at the car status, they want us to repair with parts of minimum condition being 26%. So as long as all of the existing parts here are above 26%, we shouldn't actually have to replace all that much. So it is probably just gonna look this gross. I can see already it looks like it's missing the valve cover and a couple of other key engine components here. I'm not seeing any reservoirs anywhere, so we're probably gonna have to purchase those as well. Yeah, here we go. So we got an intake manifold missing, brake servo over there, power steering reso, windshield washer reso. I mean, all the reservoirs very clearly missing. A whole fuse box is missing, dude. This is a mess. Is it missing the fuel pump? Oh, it's totally missing the fuel pump. Incredible. All right, so I don't know, should we go around and mark everything, or should we just start buying stuff? I'm gonna go through and just highlight everything then, and we'll go through and buy everything that we notice, because we're still missing 3 parts. So this actually might be kind of a challenge, since everything looks like it should get replaced. This part of this kind of makes me a little nervous, because we're essentially covering up items that could potentially need replaced. Again, we have those 3 additional items that we don't even know what they are yet. So it very well could be a camshaft or a camshaft cap or something silly, something stupid like that, where we now covered it up. So once we finish everything, we'll have to get it all patched together again just to take it back apart. That's kind of what I'm thinking is gonna happen anyways. Wait a minute, what the heck's going on here, dude? How am I supposed to install the spark plugs? I guess I could look down the holes, but that's a little weird. So as soon as you put either valve cover on, it then allows you to add the spark plug cover, which then kind of hides the ability to put the spark plugs in. Kind of a design flaw, I will admit. Kind of a design flaw here. We're making it work though. All right, so after our first round of installing parts, this is kind of what the engine bay looks like now. You guys can see we have quite a few more things to install yet, but a lot of the stuff is things that you have to do in order. So now that we've installed the intake manifold, for example, we can see that we have to also replace the throttle body because that just didn't exist. So now we're gonna go through and mark all of the additional stuff, and then I'm thinking we'll probably have to do this a 3rd time as well. And then hopefully that'll be the engine bay pretty well sorted. Oh no, I just realized that there's already stuff underneath some of the existing covers that they want us to replace, like this cam gear, and there's an existing belt there. So I'm actually gonna have to pull off a little bit of what we've already done. Not a huge deal. I'm sorry, what? Oh, this one's... That was really confusing. I saw this gear and I was like, that looks way worse than this one. And then I realized that that's just an outline. There is no gear there. So we got to replace that and then add a belt as well. We'll pop off this lower cover though, just to make sure that there's not anything else hiding under here that needs to be replaced. As expected, we're now going to begin round 3 of going through and just marking each piece that we have to install next. And we'll get them tossed on. It's just 2 covers. Right here we have the air filter cover and the fuse box cover, and then we have, I think, the ignition wires, right? Yeah, there we go. And that should about do it. So let's go back to the car status. We'll unhighlight those things we had highlighted, and now we're left with the 3 remaining parts. So the engine should be in relatively good condition, I would think. Enough to be able to, like, put it on the test path, I think. But we do need some fluids in here, so I'm gonna go through and do that next. We'll start with oil, just work our way around. This is one of the few times where we can't actually base our diagnosis on a visual inspection because everything on this vehicle appears as though it should be replaced. Having said that, we're now going to move the vehicle over to the test path so we can officially see if there's anything wrong with the suspension. Otherwise, we'll bring it back to the car lifter and we'll see if we can use some of our diagnostic tools to try to figure it out from there. Hopefully the vehicle actually starts. Let's see. It doesn't want to, but it did. All right. We're good. It also sounds horrible, nasty exhaust leak. I do apologize for the noise, but we will be in and out of here in no time. Brakes are pretty bad. That's to be expected. Suspension also really bad. Let's see what the rear's looking like. Okay, get me out of here, dude. It's way too loud. Let's see what we got. Couple of things that are under, was it 26%? So obviously we can't go on that alone because a lot of this stuff is still under 26% and we only have 3 parts remaining. So let's take a look at the car status, see if we actually learned anything from doing that. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was a big, loud waste of time. But while we're here, we can do the headlamp alignment. Let's go ahead and tackle that really quick. We just got to bump this. What side is this? The left side. Got to bump the left side up and to the right slightly. There we go. Nice and aligned. And the other side is actually too high, so we got to bump this one down quite a bit. Let's check the alignment too while we're here. Just make sure it's good. That all looks fine to me. Now we'll move the vehicle back to car lifter A, or the vehicle hoist, we'll call it. And we'll try to use some of these remaining diag tools we have here. So we'll start with the fuel pressure tester. See what we're working with. It looks good on the gauge anyways. Yep, there we go. 100% on all 3 of those. I think we replaced all 3 of those, so no surprise there. Let's move to compression tester. See how the bottom end's holding up. Probably not that good. Okay, we might be doing some bottom end things potentially. Ooh, camshaft A, dude. Camshaft B. Great, great. As expected, okay, what did I say? What did I say? We're probably gonna have to remove both of these valve covers, and sure enough, we are. So if we look at the car status, we now have camshaft A and camshaft B highlighted, and then 1 final remaining part from this. Let's go ahead and pop out those ignition wires or ignition leads. Take out the spark plug cover. I don't know if we have to do this. I guess we probably could have done it either way. Now we can remove this valve cover and then we'll remove the other one. We can additionally paint valve covers or any part. Most, maybe not any, but most parts on the vehicle we should be able to actually paint. Not quite yet. We do still have to unlock something else with the paint shop, but pretty excited about that. We'll be able to do like some matte red Honda valve cover. We can't do like a wrinkle red, but still, it'll be cool whenever we can end up doing any of that. Now we just got to remove each and every camshaft cap, get the camshaft pulled out, replace it with the new ones. We'll be good to go. Figure out what the other part is. Oh wait, we got to take the whole timing cover off again, dude. Oh my God, we have to remove everything. See, this is what I'm talking about. We like assemble something just to disassemble it again because we realize something else is failing or has failed. So this is nature of the beast right here. This is just kind of how it goes. All right, we'll pull both of these out, head to the store, make sure we buy some new ones. And just because we took the vehicle to the test path and did run some tests, figured out, you know, a couple of suspension components were okay, that doesn't mean that it's not suspension related at all. I don't think it scans for everything, so it very well could still be under the vehicle and not in the engine bay. Now that we have our 2 new camshafts, we can get this all thrown back together, hopefully for the last time. I really don't want to take this all apart again. Oh my God, I think we found it. Oh, we found it. Dude, so we didn't remove this cam gear originally. We only replaced the one that was missing. So now that we pulled this one off, we actually figured out that it does need to be replaced. So it turns out it's not suspension related. It was engine related, but I'm glad we did our diagnosis. You know, we tried to follow proper procedures, sort of. I'm not a mechanic or a technician, just a dude that likes playing video games. All right, don't be too hard on me. Okay, I think we've officially pieced Humpty Dumpty back together again, and I think I'm gonna just make an executive decision to replace both the fender, the door, well, fenders and doors, and then the trunk lid. I can't take it, dude. I can't stand looking at these things all rusty and gross looking. So we're gonna mark this and remove it if we can. What's the holdup here? Oh, there is no holdup. Okay, I was just being dumb. I'm really hoping that the client isn't like super pissed that we've done this. Oh, and then the trunk lid's actually a trunk lid B. So you can see it's not gonna show up in this store. So we actually have to go back to the body tuning shop. And now if we search for that same trunk, it'll actually pop up. Thankfully, the clients don't give us like a budget or anything we have to stick to, like in House Flipper, for example. So I don't think they can actually get mad that we're doing more work for them or that we're basically making them pay for more. I just don't think it works that way, but we'll see. You know, you never know. All right, there we go. Now at least the body looks a little bit better, but we're gonna move this now over to, come on, buddy, don't do me like this. Why does this happen sometimes? There we go. We're gonna move this over to the paint shop because of course I can't live to look at this thing with just black primer body panels. It at least has to be the same color as the rest of the car. So we're gonna match the current color. We're not gonna do the factory color, even though the black and white on an 86 just looks so good, so iconic. We're gonna continue with that royal blue that they had. We'll just do a gloss and we'll hold this down so we can at least spray the vehicle. I do like this blue. Honestly, I think the blue like cloud from the paint booth looks better than the color that's actually on the vehicle. I really want to get a nice photo of this car too, so I moved it over to garage entrance C, I think this is. This would be A, B, and I think this is C. There we go. This is the one. This is the one right there, ladies and gents. Now that we've gotten our photo, we can officially say sayonara to this bad boy, Billy. I think that's everything done, right? Can't imagine that we missed anything. We started this with around 44,000, I believe, in as far as credits go. So we'll see what we have at the end of things. Almost 50,000 smackaroonies, dude. That is incredible. Okay, and then we also got a case, of course. We didn't actually level up, so unfortunately I will have to do a few cars off camera so we can continue on with level 15's story order. But let's take a look at our inventory. Let's first get rid of all the junk parts that we have no use for. We'll open up this case. Please give us some XP, dude. I don't wanna grind this anymore today. Hey, 215, that's pretty good. I'm really wanting to move to House Flipper and a barn map. Excrement. So now we have 4 barn maps, almost 50,000 credits, and I'll probably only have to do 1 car off camera, which is kind of good news. But nonetheless, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.